Bad, 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 and life-based experience on love. Bad, 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 and life-based experience on love. Welcome to the Pum Pum Chronicles. I am your host, Badass Jones, offering personal advice and life-based experience on love, sex, relationships, intimacy, with a little Jamaican flair. Welcome to the Pum Pum Chronicles. Getting adjusted. And I know Nick is going to be the first one to cuss me when she sees this and she sees that that it's dropped. So, greetings. Hi, everybody. We're going to wait for a few more people to log on before we get started. Okay, Big Mike 420, I'm glad that you love my tits and you're going to get ejected from the conversation. Have some respect and behave yourself, please. It's not that serious. If you've never seen a pair set of boobs before, go watch a porno, jerk off, get it out of your system. If you're going to be here and join in an adult conversation, that's cool. But if the bulk of what you have to say involves my breast, just exit yourself before I block you. Plain and simple. Great organza. Hey, medali, madudo. What go on? I don't know, some guy just logged on and the first thing that he says to me is that he loves my tits. Like, I don't know who you are, sir. Ah, boy. Mr. I-95, what's going on? John 236, what's going on? I don't know who told me, I hope you feel better. E. Gaskins 1, thank you very, very much. I had posted something earlier to say that I have the flu and I feel like shit. I look super cute because I was at a wedding, and then the wait staff was kind enough to give me a shot of overproof Jamaican rum, raw honey, and lime with salt, and I took that, and so hopefully that'll help too. That's the like West Indian, I want to say Jamaican remedy, but I don't know. Nick, my darling, what's going on? I want to say that that's the Jamaican remedy, but I feel like it's an overall blanket West Indian remedy because we don't really believe in cold medicine unless it gets really, really bad, and we don't believe in antibiotics unless it gets really, really bad. So to stave that off, what we do, did you just say, ew, I have cooties? I hate you. Why you gotta be rude? I'm not feeling well. Be nice before I come and cough on you, or I lick my screen and transfer my germs through osmosis. But the West Indian cold remedy, Steve Hercules, what's going on? Listen to me. Don't talk to me about no cabbage, okay? Before I left, you'd be actually really proud of me, Mr. I-95 South. You'd be proud of me. The week before I left, I did 0 carbs, and everything that I did involved either cabbage or cauliflower rice. But anyways, so the Jamaican cold remedy is a shot of overproof rum, raw honey if you can get it, because raw honey doesn't crystallize, it doesn't go bad, nothing ever happens to it. Miss Jackie Daniels, what's going on? Welcome. So a shot of overproof rum, some raw honey, lime, and a little bit of salt. You take that maybe 3 times a day over the course of like a couple of days, and it strips the cold from your body. It burns like a motherfucker in your chest and feels like as a woman you're gonna sprout hairs on your chest, but it's really, really good. So I look crazy. I have a tie head on my head because I came from the wedding and I changed, so I wanted to lay down. But I still look cute because I haven't washed my makeup off. But I wanted to go live because I didn't get to go live last week because I was in transition, leaving Canada to come to Jamaica. And then there were some technical difficulties with my podcast last week, so I wasn't able to drop an episode. And as crappy as I'm feeling, I wanted to go live with you guys. I don't know that I'm actually going to do the topics, and I don't know how long I'm going to stay, but I did want to chat with everyone just to sort of touch base, let you all know that I'm here. Big, bold, and beautiful. Thank you. Mr. I-95, I'm going to definitely send you that recipe. XOXOXO. What's going on? Yeah, so it's been crazy. I've been battling the flu for the past 3 days since my birthday, which was Monday. And first and foremost, thank you to everyone who sent a birthday shout out. Thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday or happy belated birthday. Thank you to everyone who sent me a gift. There are some people additionally that I need to thank that sent me stuff. Mikey, I can never remember Michael's thing. Mikey712, a super duper duper shout out. He got me a great gift, which I am completely appreciative for. Nick from Erotic Boudoir got me an additional fantastic, great gift, which I'm super appreciative for. JC, who I can't say his Instagram handle, he sent me a gift today. Trey Shaw 1 sent me an additional gift. I know I had shouted out some people last week. I know I'm missing some people. Rajiv sent me a gift. Anyways, I can't go through everybody. Angie Young, 75, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So everyone who sent me a birthday gift, everyone who sent me a shout out, whether it was belated or not, I love and appreciate you dearly. You know, it's not something that you ever have to do, but the fact that you took time out of your day to do that, I am super duper appreciative of it. And it just added to the greatness of my birthday, even though I'm sick and was sick on my day. Anyhow, so I wanted to tackle 2 topics. I'm probably just going to do one of them. We were going to talk about, so I had, someone had sent me an article, Jaja had sent me an article on my Pum Pum Chronicles podcast page where there is a pastor in Jamaica who has stated that having sex in the doggy style position will cause you to have a stroke and people shouldn't be fucking doggy style. You shouldn't be doing bakas, you shouldn't be doing backshot, you shouldn't be doggy styling, you shouldn't be none of that. So that was topic number 1. And then topic number 2, I don't remember. What was topic number 2? Does anybody remember what topic number 2 was? I'm really sorry. I'm just completely out of it. And I know that I should have had this sort of like written down. Oh, sorry. Thank you. The other topic was the Always brand. So whether you're a man or woman, everybody knows about the Always brand. It has the wings, the pads with wings. Can do easy. What's going on? So the Always brand or the Always company has made an executive decision that they are going to change the feminine symbol, which is the O. It looks like the fallopian tubes or a redone version of the Ankh. So it's the circle with the cross on top of it. They decided that they're going to do away with that symbol in order to make the transgender community more comfortable, even though this was not something that was asked for or insisted upon by the transgender community. So Mr. I-95 is saying, yes, it's true that if you do back shots, you will have a stroke. 88th Wonder, what's going on? Kinks with Kiki. What's up? I know I'm going to feel like shit in the morning. Omar Chisholm, what's going on? Yeah, so I'm talking a lot and this is I know it's gonna affect my throat, but you know what, it's okay. We'll just push through it. So the 2 topics tonight that we're gonna try to get through is the fact that the Always brand has decided, Tupac 3736, what's going on? Welcome, has decided that they are going to change the emblem of the female logo to do away with it, to make it more inclusive for the transgender community. And then we're also going to discuss, there's a pastor in Jamaica who is against backshot, doggy style, bakas, same position, because he says that he insists that it causes stroke. Now, really and truly, vigorous sex in any position, if you're unhealthy or unaware of your physical condition, can cause you to have a stroke. Miss Jackie Daniels said I should be dead by now. If that's the case, back shots forever and ever and ever and ever. Don't kill me. But really and truly, it's nothing to do with the actual physical position itself, because you know, you have people who have died being on top riding. You know what I mean? You have people who have died in missionary style. You have people who've had strokes in all manners of sexual positions. What I feel like, he better stay in Jamaica, Kiki. What I feel like has happened is this man probably went and had sex with somebody that he shouldn't have had sex with. And the pum pum was so good when she flung it back on him. You know, when she backed it up and she popped and locked it on him. I feel like she flung back the pum pum so good on him that he probably had a stroke, and that's why he's against it. Because it makes no sense. Kinks with Kiki, I've blacked out. It is a mini stroke. I can't deal with you. Listen to me. I'm sick. Please. I have the flu. Take time with me today. Please. I can't laugh because if I laugh, I'm going to cough. And if I cough too hard, I'm going to pee. Yes, I said that. So please. So, Mac B, how did we get here? These are the two topics that we were discussing today. So this is my thoughts around the whole thing. I think he went and fooled around with somebody that he wasn't supposed to fool around with. And her pum-pum game was more than he could manage. And he probably had a stroke, which is why he's saying that it's no good for you, right? But people have strokes from vigorous sexual activity for a number of different reasons. They've got a bad heart. Their physical health isn't the best. They've over-medicated in terms of taking like the little blue pill. I know a guy that took 1.5 of the pills because I don't know what he was trying to prove to his girlfriend. And his dick was on hard for 4 days to the point where he had to go to the hospital. Craziness. So I think it just depends. Like, I don't think that it's necessarily to say it's the backshot position itself that's causing somebody to have a stroke is absolutely asinine. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? Like I said, I feel like he fucked somebody that like she backed it up on him, or she, pushed back and gave him some extra pussy, or gave him some extra fling back, or tightened up her pum pum, or quinted upon him from the back position, or whatever the case, and then he had a stroke. Because logically, it makes no sense for anyone to insist that the only position that you can have good sex in is like missionary position or missionary legs up is absolutely stupid. It's beyond stupid, as a matter of fact. Kinks with Kiki, I would have just sat on it for 4 days. Woo! Crazed Driver, what's going on? Welcome. You know what? Listen to me. I feel like this, and this is just a fuckery conversation tonight, right? This is what's going on. I feel like when you've got good pom-pom and good quinting abilities will make men crazy to the point where they're doing shit that they wouldn't normally do, right? I don't necessarily know that it's going to cause anybody to have a stroke, but I do know that good pom-pom, just like good dick, will make somebody crazy. Good pom-pom will make okay, so I know I've told this story before, so I'm going to tell this story again. Years ago, I was not messing around. This guy and I, we were talking. We had a fuck arrangement. Did I time out? Sorry. So this guy that I was talking to, we had a fuck agreement. And, like after a while, like it was good. You know what I mean? He was younger than I was. And so like I couldn't take him seriously for anything or whatever, right? So after a while, I was like, you know what? This isn't like, I'm good. I don't need to do this anymore. So I told him like, we're not going to fuck anymore. And this man literally tried to negotiate my pussy with me. He tried to negotiate the number of fucks that we would have before we were like done. So I said to him, okay, like we can fuck one more time. He's like, okay, how about 5? I'm like, what? He's like, okay, like you can't just cut me off like that. I'm like, it's my pussy. Of course I can cut you off, right? So we negotiated it down, like legitimately, we negotiated it down to, I think 2 days, 2 days that 2 more times that we would fuck before we were done, right? But because I know I've got good pom-pom mats people sometimes. But does it cause stroke? No. Have I ever caused anybody to drop down underneath me? No. Have I ever sent anybody to the hospital? No. Do I have ambitions to do that kind of shit one day? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. I have ambitions of sending somebody to the hospital, right? I just, I'm not really trying to kill. I can't have that on my conscience. That's what it is. Like, if somebody has a death wish and they say, you know what, I have a certain amount of days to live and I want your pom-pom to be the last thing that I experience before I go out, then, I might accommodate a nigga. But outside of that, I don't know. Mr. I-95, I haven't act crazy. I have paid some bills though. But you see what I'm saying? So under normal circumstances, would you have paid those bills if the pom-pom wasn't good? No. But like I said, it's like good dick. Good dick will have a bitch acting crazy. Good dick will have a bitch in the store thinking like, oh my gosh, I think this would really look cute on him. And you've known this man for like 2.5 days. You know what I mean? So I get it. Like people who have good dick skills and people who have good pom-pom and good quinting skills, they can mat up the respective sexes. I get that. But to legitimately I feel like, honestly, I feel like it would be easier for a man to cause a woman to have a stroke than a woman to cause a man to have a stroke. For the simple fact that men have more control over the battering and the bruising and the ramming that's going on, right? Like, If we're talking real shit, I feel like in the greater scheme of things, boss lady, I feel like in the greater scheme of things, when you're thinking about sex and things that would happen to a person to make them like end up in the hospital, more men have put more women in the hospital because they're aggressive with their penis than women have put men in the hospital because of their quinting abilities. It just is when you think about it. Because when you're fucking, as much as like we're in control when we're on top, yes, we can, do one and two things when we're flinging it back in the buckhouse position. When you guys have us on our back with our legs up, we don't have no control over that. The dick that you want to give us is the dick that we have to take unless we're crying and something bad happens and then we end up in the hospital. That's why I feel like women would be more likely to have a stroke than a man having a stroke. Kings with Kiki, me trying to buy this $50 Nike shirt for a man. You see what I'm talking about? Good dick will have a bitch doing shit. That's crazy. Like, off pitch Hennessy, what's up? How are you? Anyhow, I do honestly feel like I read the story and then I just got so annoyed with it. I do honestly feel like the pastor is saying that doggy style causes strokes. He was in something with somebody that caused him to have a stroke, right? He went and messed around with somebody who's probably half his age, who had pum-pum quinting abilities that he had never come across before. And then, one thing happened and another thing happened and then that was it. Okay, so let's just do some housekeeping and clarify. Unless I know you, I don't accept chat requests. Because I don't know you, I don't know what you're going to do or what you're going to say. And honestly, I'm too sick and tired to cuss anybody and tell anybody about their mama and about their bumba and all them other things. So unless I know you and it's been a pre-scheduled conversation that you're going to join in a discussion with me, I don't accept chat requests from anybody. So Mr. Charlie Pumpkin, thank you for the compliment. And I am going to reject you joining my live chat, but you can feel free to stay and join in the discussion. Okay, so Mr. Craze Driver, I bought several plane tickets for Great Pussy. You know what? See, Mr. Craze Driver, I'm not going to say your full name because I don't want to bait you. See, don't talk to me right now because I know exactly what it is that you're talking about. We're not having this conversation. You don't get to put that 2 cents in. Leave that out of the conversation. Mr. J. Windley, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyhow. Come join in the conversation and talk. Come join in here and talk. Don't talk from the side. Come join in here and talk. So we have sidebar conversations that are happening that aren't happening. I told her unless she actually comes in the chat and say it, it's not valid. It doesn't count. So that was the first part of the discussion. This is going to be, like I said, I'm not staying really long because I really do need to lay down and take some rest time. But for anybody who's joining late, welcome. I appreciate you. Why I gotta be cold-blooded? Why do I have to be? Listen to me. I feel like this. I talk the things that people think. I say the things that people think. I say the things that people don't want to say or feel like they can't say. But it's true. It's true. No, don't encourage Mr. C to spill nothing, please. This was a conversation that was in the past. It's a situation that has remedied itself. It is a situation that no longer exists. So C's not in no discussion with nobody. Listen, Mr. I-95, stop trouble people. Stop trying to draw out people. Thank you, very kind. The stroke, it was a mild stroke that the man had? Mm-hmm. Okay. Regardless, I feel it's either he already had some sort of heart affliction or he had something physically wrong with him. And maybe the vigorous activity is what pushed him over the edge. Because again, we know if you're getting good dick or you're getting good pussy, and everybody's interactive and things are going on and people are sweating, hearts are pumping and all them kind of stuff. And all that kind of stuff. Yes, definitely the increased heart rate can cause you to have a stroke, but you would have to have a preconceived condition. I feel like that's not something that's regular to somebody who is healthy as a horse, as it were. For him to be saying based on his own experience or, based on someone else's experience to say that the doggy style position in particular causes strokes is absolutely stupid. I can, from a physiological position, understand why he's saying it because you're on your knees, you're bent at the knees. It essentially is cutting off the circulation, but then you can also do baka standing up. So that kind of mutes that argument. But if you're doing traditional doggy style where you're on your knees, it does cut your circulation off. It puts additional pressure on your hips and on the nerves that are in your hips, your sciatic nerve, The major arteries that run, my gosh, I can't remember what they're called. But the major arteries that run basically from your thighs down to your knees, it cuts off blood circulation to there, which cuts off blood circulation to your heart. So I can see from a physical standpoint, a medical standpoint, why he's saying it would cause strokes. But fuck, the number of cases that you ever hear of anybody ever having a stroke from doing Backshot is like little to none. And again, I feel like he's only saying it because he's had the experience of something bad happening to him while he was fooling around with somebody he shouldn't have been fooling around with. Anyhow. I don't care. So for those of you who know that I am in, right, the breathing and all can definitely trigger a stroke, but they can see the face.
I know, I'm going to hold up my camera in a second.
Okay. Okay, you want to see that? So anybody who knows, Lamborghini Mercy. I'm on vacation in Negril, and the person that you always hear me cussing in the morning or who is doing all manners of fuckery to me while I'm trying to sleep is Boss Lady Mel. That's her on the screen. So we're actually in the same room right now in Negril. So if you're hearing the echo feedback, oh yeah, you can't do that. Sorry.
You want me to go on the balcony?
No, you just have to close it off. I thought it was going to work, but it's not going to work. Okay. But the reverb and the feedback is too much, so unfortunately, that's not going to work. Who that here on that net? Really? Okay, so that's anybody who saw her really quickly. She was there for like a hot second. That's Boss Lady Mel. That's my compadre, my bad chargy. That's the one that you hear me cussing in the morning when I'm trying to sleep and she won't let me sleep for like 2 hours. That's her. So I was going to actually have her join in the discussion, but because we're in the same room and we're in such close proximity, and I didn't want to run her and put her out on the balcony, and it'd be kind of weird to have her sit in the bathroom because you can only sit in the toilet, and then that's just weird. So she's left the chat, but she's here in the room. So you'll hear her in the background answering questions and whatever. Mr. I-95 said, "What's up? Hey, boss lady." So I completely forgot what I was saying. We were talking about the stroke. We were talking about having a stroke in the Backshot position. So Mr. I-95 brought up a really good point that it also can affect your breathing. But I really and truly think that it's really based on your physical health, because I'm not the healthiest person in the world. And I know, boy, one time I'm trying to be ambitious and get on that dick and ride for a really long time, I got to stop for like, maybe 5 minutes or so to catch my breath. And then that's your cue to kind of fill in the blanks and like flip me over and do something different. When you're in the Backshot position, I guess because the guy is the one who's mostly doing the work, even when the woman is there and she's flinging it back on you, you know what I mean, and trying to take control of the dick, really and truly, it's the man who's in control in that position and gets to determine the stroke and the pace and all that kind of stuff. I really think it depends on your physical health, because like I said, those reports of people having stroke from, Backshots, doggy style, are few and far between. Yeah. So just a side note, the week that I've been here, I decided to do my hair in a different style. So some of you have seen the post on my page where I have red hair and you can completely see my face and can completely see my eyes, and the commentary, the DMs, the feedback, the compliments and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, it started getting to me, so I've gone back to bangs. Anybody who knows me, I don't like showing my eyes for that simple reason. Like, people talk about just whatever it is that people are saying about my eyes being pretty and mesmerizing and all that kind of stuff. And it's just bizarre. And I don't like people staring into my eyes. And I realized the slew of pictures that are posted and the videos that are posted, I'm going to leave them up. I'm not going to take them down. But the likelihood of you ever seeing me with my eyes that exposed again is not likely. Oh my goodness. Are there guys who only, Great Organza, are there guys who only like Backshot? That's a very good question. I feel like a lot of men like the Backshot position because it's the position that gives them the most control, right? Because when a woman is on her back, well, actually no, because I guess missionary legs up and Backshot would probably be the two positions where the man has the most control. Mr. I-95, nah, Backshots is causing strokes. You're so stupid. But on any other day, is Backshot your favorite position, right? Me personally, I'm a fan of the side scissors because it's a little bit of Backshot. It's a little bit on your side. You can grab my ass, you can grab my thighs, you can grab my breast, you can put your hand on my throat. You know, you can like lick and suck a couple of things. I can still kiss you depending on how flexible you are. But I also get to push back on you when I'm feeling like super ambitious and, you know, want to fling up on you a little bit more. So Mr. I-95, missionary is more dominant. Yeah. Do women honestly enjoy back shots or doggy? 88 Wonder. Don, what's going on? Honestly, for me personally, backshot is not my favorite position. I feel like, okay, so this, I'm about to tell on myself. If I want you to come really quickly, backshot is my finisher position to mash up your life. I'm gonna let that soak in for a minute. Yeah. Backshot is my, like if I've had enough and I know you still want to go a little bit more, I'll say like, okay, flip me over onto my knees and we'll do backshot, because I know when I get up there and I start to push back on you and do the things that I do, that's the finisher position. Tay1165, question to women, do women love giving head to men with uncircumcised penises? You know, I'm gonna just leave that up. I'll put that as a subject for next week's Wet Wednesdays. Right now, we are talking about the doggy style position causing a stroke, and then we are going to talk about be nice, boss lady, and then we're gonna talk about what's the other subject? I'm so sorry. What's the always pads. Oh, the always pads. So that just threw me off. Let's not get sidetracked about talking about sucking uncircumcised dick, please and thank you. Let's stay focused. So a question was, do men prefer the backshot position? And then the follow-up question was, do women prefer the backshot position? I personally am not a super duper fan of the backshot position, because more times when a man has you in that position, he's trying to do some kind of damage. He's trying to show you how much control he's in. What I do love about the backshot position though is I'm into spanking. Like I like having my ass slapped, and I'm giving you guys way too much detail about what I like sexually, but it's a great position. B status, thank you. I'm well, thank you. How are you? I'm not well, I'm sick, but I'm good. And thank you for the compliment. How are you? That's a good position for control, because he can grab your hits and sort of moderate how deeply he goes and sort of moderate the position and the pace. But for me personally, because my pain threshold is high, as you can tell by the gazillion tattoos that I have and where they are, I like having my ass smacked like really hard. So that is the best position for it. It works in the side scissor position as well, but that one's not necessarily my favorite. Mr. I-95, I'm gonna block you. Stop talking to me. I am not nasty. Shut up. I'm gonna tell on you. Stop saying that. I'm not nasty. I'm a good girl. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you people and my breasts? Like, first of all, what are you seeing? Like the top of my cleavage, and that's exciting you? Yo, stop it right now. BBW loving boy, I don't accept chat requests from anybody that I don't know. Crazed driver, I've learned my lesson with good pussy. I stay away from that shit. I'm not giving up my house and money because I will, so stay away. You know, you should even put that message out there, because next thing you know, you're going to have somebody from this live coming to find you and talk to you about, you know, getting some money from you. Off to Tennessee, I had a stroke and it was not because I was giving back shots. That, you know what I mean? That's good to know. That's good to know. Have you ever had any sort of serious affliction from having sex? Let's ask that question instead. Mr. I-95, the last time I was the last time you were here, I ruined the Pop Rocks experience for you. Stop the craziness, please. Boy, Pop Rocks are not just candy. Pop Rocks can be used for a multitude of different things. Crazed driver and boss lady Mel, both of you guys stay away from each other. I will beat the two of your asses. Cut it out. Anyhow, the backshot position, for me personally, as a woman, it's not my favorite. I use it as a finisher, or if I feel like I need to be roughed up a little bit in terms of the spanking. Jules, what's going on, baby? But outside of that, it's not my favorites. I do like the missionary position for the simple fact that I'm able to kiss my mate, and kissing is really important to me during intimacy. And that eye-to-eye, face-to-face connection is also really important. I know a lot of women who prefer the missionary position, and not necessarily missionary where your legs are straight down, missionary where your legs may be up over their arms or up on their shoulders. But it's more so about the ability to kiss the person, and it's more so about the face-to-face and eye-to-eye connection and contact that you have with the person. more than anything. Again, side scissors is a really great position, especially if he's got like a whole lot of dick. Um, it prevents less damage for me, and but it's good because it gives a little bit of the back shot because you can kind of tilt and twist her a little bit, and then it also allows a certain like deeper penetration if that's what you want, but you can also control how much dick you're getting. But it also allows him access to the rest of your body. It allows him access to your breasts. It allows him access to your ass and your thighs. You know, if you're into choking, he can easily access your neck and all that sort of stuff. BBW Loving Boy. So this is the second time you sent a request to join my live chat to talk to me, and I don't accept chats from anybody that I don't know. I am sick. I am under the weather. I appreciate all the compliments. If you're here to join the discussion, that's great. I'm not sure how you can say that you love me because you don't know me, and I don't want to continue to have this conversation and embarrass you. So just, you know, stay quiet. Join the conversation. If you continue, I'm unfortunately going to have to eject you from the conversation and block you. So anyways, yeah, side scissors is a really great position. I think we had talked about this before, but the next thing too is just even in terms of backshot or like any particular position, you know, don't be over ambitious with the amount of dick that you have. And I don't say that to disrespect anybody in any way, shape, or form. I say it to say, you know, not every position is meant for every penis, right? For the simple fact that the length of your dick will determine what position. Okay, if you're the average, which is 5.5 to 6 inches, and yes, I know some people are like, what, how's that average? But if you're the average, which is 5.5 to 6 inches, and she has a whole lot of ass, side scissors and backshot is not going to work for you no matter how ambitious you are. No matter how much thrust you've got going on in your hips, you're not going to get a stroke from it because it's just not going to work for you, right? Stick to the positions that work for the amount of penis that you have, plain and simple. Your dick should determine the positions that you put the woman in so that you're able to please her, so that you're able to please yourself, so that you're not embarrassing yourself, and so that she doesn't get pissed off, plain and simple. But it's true, and it's not necessarily to say that, you know, men with a smaller length shouldn't try backshot. It's not that you shouldn't. It may be that you have to angle her in a different position. It may be that, you know, she has to put more pillows underneath her hips to kind of get her into her tilt forward position so that, you know, excuse me, so that she can, you know, have the pussy tilted up more so and her ass more open so that you can get in. You have to figure out what positions work best for your dick so that you can give her what she needs and so that you're also getting what you need. Bree baby, what's going on, beautiful? How are you? Nice to see you. But you know what, hen dog, I hope I'm saying that right, hen dog 34. People don't think about that. You know, people feel like, okay, they're gonna fuck and they can do whatever position, but it doesn't make sense because, you know, again, if your average length, which is usually 5.5 to 6 inches, you're not gonna penetrate someone who's got like a 54-inch waist or 54-inch hips. It just doesn't work, you know. You can do a lot more good if she's on her back with her legs up over your shoulders or her legs up on your, you know, over your arms, where you're actually able to penetrate her effectively and where you're able to, you know, get your stroke game on. Again, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to have her feeling mad or being left unsatisfied. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. And then I'm not sure how we got onto this path, but you know, anyhow. O'Neill Metter, I'm not sure if you're asking me if I want donkey lengths, if that's a question of some sort of value within this discussion, because if it's not, please kindly sit down someplace and stop talking crazy. Please. Anyhow, we're going to move on to the second topic so that I can log off sooner than later because I've already been on here for half an hour. The other topic that I wanted to Bree baby, I hate for someone to have a large dick and don't know how to use it. That actually happens as well. 88th Wonder. Me personally, I'm not fucking in front of a camera. If I'm with my significant other, I'm trying to get something done, and missionary has proven the most effective. You know what? People think missionary position is like an old position for like old people or boring people or whatever, but really and truly, it's it's the most effective position. It's the original position. Everything else is just being creative. It's the original position. It's the most effective position. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, you can fuck with the woman's legs straight, with her knees bent, with her holding her legs back a little bit, so you've got a bit of a deeper angle. You can put her legs over your arms so that they're in your arm crease. You can put them up on your shoulders. You could hold her legs back. There's so much variety that you could do with a woman's legs and her body while she's in the missionary position, where it doesn't just have to be boring where she's just laying straight down. I think that's the thing that the misconception that people have about missionary position, why people think that that position's boring. You can get a lot more done in the missionary position than you can, in any other position without hurting the person, without hurting her, it's anyhow. Mr. I-95, stroke her down with her toe. Woo! Now you're talking about, you see? And then you're talking about me misbehaving and everything else. Look at the things that you're saying to me. 88th Wonder, I enjoy foreplay, and that's why I choose missionary. Great. Hendog 34, I like to look at my partner's reaction. Exactly. And that's what I was saying earlier. Off pitch Hennessy, not every woman can get missionary from unless it's a very personal connection. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I know sometimes people fuck just for the sake of fucking and they fuck just to get a nut. But outside of that, I would think that if you're going to be intimate with a person, that missionary should be the start off position. But yeah, no, let Mr. Kumar stay there. He can, I don't know, if he wants to jerk off to whatever it is that he's looking at, or the top of my cleavage, it's just not that serious. Okay, so let me ask this question. For the men who join my chat and seem to have this gung-ho foolishness about my breasts or my cleavage, like, you coming into the chat to tell me that I have nice boobs, you coming into the chat to tell me that I have great tits does what for you? You trying to get me to let you join my live so that you can talk to me, to tell me that I have great tits and that I have nice boobs does what for you? Because it does fuck all for me. Let me just be point blank straight. It does nothing for me. I know that I have great breasts because you know why? I walk around with them every single day. They're attached to my body. I know that they are fantastic. Yes, I could wear a shirt that covers me up, but I'm in a hot fucking country. Why would I do that to myself? And if you choose to be a little boy and you cannot govern yourself to come join an adult discussion about the topics that we're talking about, and you feel like every 5 seconds you need to tell me how great my tits are, you need to go sit down in a corner somewhere and beat your dick quietly and stop bothering people. Plain and simple. You see where you guys will push me to go? Not you guys, just these other idiots that want to join in. But anyhow, boy. I don't even know what this is. You know what? I feel like I want to add someone. I'm going to add someone random to the chat because I want to know what it is that they have to say. Do you think I should do that? Mm-hmm. I think I should do that. Okay, so here we go. Let me see what you have to say. No, I'm not doing so. You're gone? No, I'm still here, but some of them are. I'm waiting for the person's something vagina in. That's why I'm sitting here with this face. I just accepted MNTJBNSR. I don't know what that means. I'm waiting for him to join in so I can find out what it is that he has to tell me that is so important that he needs to join my live. Hi, come sir, speed up your things so I can chat to you. Hello? Oh, you left the chat. You see, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, and that's why you're gonna get blocked. These fucking Yamed people, and you're gonna make me carry on crazy right now. You requested to join the live, but you tech bright with yourself, and because I accepted you, now all of a sudden you decide you want. Come, let's pick another person. Come, Mr. Abulia, something. Waiting for him something vagina. What do you think about a woman having you again with the hair under her arms? Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. 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 Mama Clyde, tell me I got to say hello. Hello, sir. Hello. You requested to join my live so you could stand there and stare at me in the darkness? Hello. What's going on, Wes? Hello. Yo, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? People in these far countries decide, say, they want to join my live with nothing to say. Did you see the man standing in the darkness staring at me? Okay, then. And honestly, I did that to prove a point. You have people that want to join my live and don't have not a ras to say. They don't have nothing to say to me, but they want to do what? So now you're blocked. Plain and simple. Ah, boy. Mr. Sir, whoever you are that for the second time you're coming back into my life to ask me about the armpit hair, I don't know what your fascination is with it, but please, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Tell O'Neill what? Why must I tell him that? Because he must say you from Jamaica, like, you know? No. Make him tan there. Make him tan there. You never buy the accent. No, but I did, apparently. I bought it before I came here. I think I know. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Good evening. Anyhow. Mr. Wright is on. Yeah, Mr. Wright is on there. So I was going to do another discussion, but... He just got home from church. Look at you. He's a good guy. You should talk to him. You guys should be friends. Mr. Wright, boss lady says, what's up? I'm going to get you guys to interact and follow one another. She thinks that you're a cool dude. And he writes poetry. He's a really great writer. Okay, Mr. O'Neill. O'Neill? Should I take a chat request from O'Neill? The same one that asked me if I'm from Jamaica? Take it, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely a night for fuckery and fun. Watch here. We're in Jamaica.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on?
Not much. They're in the cold.
You're in the cold? I'm in the hot.
Oh, where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah.
You weren't listening to the live earlier when I said where I was?
No.
I'm in Negril.
Oh, yeah, they are Negril. They are my place, man.
Mm-hmm. Is your place? How come it's your place and you're not here?
Well, you don't know, say, yo, we want to make the money, so you don't know, say, we have to chip out sometime. You see me? Right now, I'm at the truck, me there.
Okay.
Yeah, me there in Missouri.
You're in Missouri. All right.
Yeah.
So what is your reason for wanting to join this live chat with me now, sir?
Like how you feisty, you know?
You like that I'm feisty?
Yeah, okay. me like your talk, you know?
So you wanted to join the live to tell me that you like that I'm feisty instead of just typing that in the live and just telling me there? You have to call me to tell me that? Misery and Missouri. All right.
Missouri. I just leave Kansas City, stop in Missouri. I'm going to Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have safe travels. I'm not going to stay and talk to you because you shouldn't be talking while you're on the road.
No, I'm not on the road. I'm like in the sleeper.
You're in my truck. All right. Well, sir, thank you for calling. I'm going to be hanging up to go back to my guests, my viewers, to go talk to them. If you want to continue the live discussion, please feel free to do so. But thank you for calling.
Nice talking to you too.
All right, take care.
All right.
Oh boy.
They're trying to understand.
Oh boy. I hope you guys can hear her in the background because she's just about to just kill off people. Anyhow.
So here's my question.
No, don't ask me nothing, please. Not right now.
Isn't Kansas City in Missouri?
No, there's Kansas City, Kansas, and then there's Kansas City, Missouri. There's two Kansas.
No, but it's not like it's Kansas City, Missouri. Right? And then you from Kansas City and down Missouri.
Oh my God. Okay. I know you guys can hear her, right? So Mo, do not call. I'm not accepting no more chat from nobody. Come. The second part of the discussion that we're supposed to be having is about the fact. You know what, Mr. Craze Driver, honestly, see, yeah, he wasn't bad. He at least was decent, but the other idiots, I know that they were just calling for foolishness. Anyhow.
Tell Great Organizer to call
in. Tell who?
Great Organizer.
No. Oh, Great Organza. That's Akeelia.
Yeah.
No, Akeelia can't call in. Akeelia, don't call. Don't call. Okay, so the second topic, before we move on, because I'm going to end this live soon, we got 15 minutes. The second topic was to discuss the fact that the Always brand company, which creates feminine hygiene products, has decided that they are going to remove the feminine symbol, which is the O with the cross, from their products to be more inclusive for the transgender community. And I've talked to several people about this, people who are people who sell inclusive brands, people who are supporters of the LGBTQ plus community, people who are members of the LGBT plus community, and I hate the term cisgender, but women who identify as women by birth and men who, and all that sort of stuff. And then people who are actually transitioning. And everyone agrees that it's utter fuckery and nonsense, because this is my problem with it, right? Men who are transitioning to become women will never have a period. No matter how long they live, no matter how much they try, no matter how much they want to make them feel like a real woman or a naturally born woman, men who transition from male to female will never, ever, 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 ever have a period. And if I could give away my period and my period pains to a man who is transitioned to a woman, God knows I would give it to him. Then my other point is, women who are transitioning from female to male, for a short window of time, they will continue to have a period, but the hormone therapy that they are on, which is testosterone therapy, will stop their period. So who are you changing that for? Please tell me. Because women who are transitioning to become men, they're not fucking interested in a period. They don't give a good goddamn. They're not trying to wear a pad. They don't care. Up until a certain point where the testosterone kicks in and the facial hair starts to grow and their voices start to deepen and the Adam apples start to grow and their muscles and abs and pecs and all that other stuff starts to develop and their ovaries start to shrink, not having a period anymore. They're not having a period anymore. There is nothing such as politically correct reasons, because people in the LGBTQ plus community are saying that they didn't even ask for this. So they don't understand why you have particular brands that are going above and beyond and out of their way to be inclusive and show that they're inclusive. For what reasons? For what reasons? Men who have transitioned from male to female will never have a period and never have the use for a pad. And women who are transitioning from female to male stop having their period, will never use a pad. So guess who the only people who are using the fucking pad? Women who identify as female from birth, who have a period every month and will continue to have a period until they go into menopause. Those are the people who are using the pad. So why the fuck are you changing your branding? You're making yourself look like a fool, really and truly. You're making yourself look like a fool, because any woman who has, now granted, there is that middle ground of women who are transitioning but may not necessarily want to have the full surgery. Even with them, once you're doing hormone therapy and you're taking testosterone, your period stops. So they won't even have a need for it. And again, there isn't a man on this planet who is transitioned halfway, all the way, or otherwise, who will ever in his life have a period. It's stupid. And I honestly, at this point, if there is somebody who is transitioning, who is in my feed, somebody who's a member of the LGBTQ plus community, who's a member, please let me know if I am wrong, because it just sounds crazy to me. Who? You just transitioned into an owl? Don't let me have to fight with you. See, really? He's saying that I just transitioned into an owl because I kept saying who? Who? Really? Anyhow, that was my rant for that. I'm all for inclusivity. Please don't get me wrong. That's not even the point of this discussion. The point of this discussion is that there are brands and there are companies who are going above and beyond unnecessarily. Exactly. Unnecessarily, and I feel like part of the reason is like they're on this bandwagon or they're on this wave to tap into, the LGBTQ plus community finances. You know what I mean? Because they feel like if they do these things that are supportive of that particular community, that they're going to be tapping into the community dollars and all this sort of stuff. When really and truly, when I had looked at the article and I had read a lot of the comments, there were a lot of people from the LGBTQ plus community who were like, we're not in support of this. We didn't ask for this. And it makes absolutely no sense. So what are they going to do next? Change the labeling on condoms to make it inclusive of, something that looks like a strap, or take off the male symbol altogether to make, women who wear a strap because they're studs, to make them feel more comfortable with the fact that they're wearing a fake dip. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Off pitch Hennessy. They are jumping the gun because that community is very powerful and influential. So they want to seem as if they're on the right side of history. And it's dumb because they're on the wrong side of history. It's chaotic and it's absolutely stupid. Again, if you're a man who is transitioning from being male to female, you never in your life, no matter what you do, never in your life will you ever experience a period. Never. And if you are a woman who is transitioning from female to male and you are taking hormone therapy, the testosterone, to transition your body physically, whether you have the surgery or not, it stops your period. So you wouldn't have use for pads. It's just, oh gosh. I feel like they're doing the most unnecessarily. The world has gone mad. You know what I mean? I'm all for living in your skin the way that you feel like you want to live in your skin, because it's yours. You have every right to do with it what you want to do with it. But at the same time, the way that we are going out of our way and breaking our necks to be accommodating is just absolutely ridiculous to me, right? It's a period pad for people who actually have periods. Why are you going out of your way to change the symbol from male to female? When the truth is, when you break it down biologically, women have periods, period. Yeah, I know what I did there. But it's the truth. Men have never in the history of manhood, whether you want to accept you're a man or not, never in the history of biological men has any man ever had a period. Ever. Somebody prove me wrong, please and thank you. 88th Wonder, it's to bring attention to a situation so they can approach it how they planned from the beginning. Off pitch Hennessy, condoms for strap-ons. There might be a market for that. Listen to me. Don't act crazy. Come, we have another one. Vikram Canteen 917. Come, I'm about entertaining the fuckery tonight because everybody's acting crazy. I'm going to add Vikram. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what Vikram has to say. Waiting on Vikram.
Hello.
Hello. Where's your light? I can't see you in the dark.
I like your boobs.
What?
I like your boobs.
You like my boobs?
Yes, boobs.
Is something wrong with you?
What?
Why? Okay, first of all, why are you in the dark?
I like your boobs.
You sound crazy.
Show me your boobs.
Can you tell me why you're in the dark?
What?
Why are you in the dark talking to me?
Show me your boobs.
Let everybody see who you are.
Show me your boobs.
Okay, I'll do a trade. I'll do a trade-off for you. If you turn your lights on, I'll show you my boobs.
Sure?
Turn your light on. If you show me who you are, I'll show you my
Sure.
boobs. Let's do a fair exchange.
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Are you speaking English? Yo, you're wasting my time. Come, I'm on a limited schedule. Turn your light on so I can see who you are, and I will show you my boobs.
Okay. Show me your boobs first, no?
Yeah, sorry, sir. You asked to be in my life. It doesn't work that way. Turn your light on so I can see who you are, and then I will show you my boobs. Come. Are you not feeling that way? Okay.
Okay.
And so you all see the fuckery that I have to deal with. Mr. I-95, I'm not adding you for shit. Get out of here. But sorry. Honestly, it's only because I'm sick why I'm entertaining the fuckery tonight, because I can't deal with people. This man called me in full darkness. Oh, I like your boobs. And then didn't want to show himself. Like, how? Right? You could have got a free breast shot, sir, for everybody. Boobies for everybody, but because you didn't want to show your boy,
quick.
What? Listen to me. If you, Mr. Vikram, you see, Vikram, you had a perfect opportunity to get some breasts, right? You had a perfect opportunity to see some breasts, and look what happened. You know what? Not his wife would have beat his ass in the darkness.
You want a boob super?
Oh my God, kill me dead. Okay. I have the craziest headache right now between the overproof rum and the laughing and the fuckery and entertainment tonight. Everyone's saying we hate him. If he had just shown his face, free boobs for everybody. Everybody would have got a boob shot. But you know what? Vikram didn't want to play along. So, you know, Mr. Jose, right? You don't know that. I could have very well shown the boobs. No, but anyhow, I'm going to wrap things up because, you know, it kicks you off after a certain amount of time. And I think I got 4 minutes. But anyhow, everyone who joined, Nick, you know, I'll show you my boobs. That's different. that's a whole other conversation. Anyhow, everyone who joined, I wanted to, Mr. I-95, I'm not doing no more cabbage for you. Yes, niggas is very weird. Weirdos. Anyhow, thank you all for joining in. This was a very fun and funny discussion.
Because he was coming. I think
but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have another shot of something and try to knock this cold out of my head.
Hi, everybody.
Boss Lady Mel was here with me, and thank you everyone for being really welcoming to her. I appreciate you all and the love that you show. Thanks for joining in the discussion. I thought this was a great discussion. For anyone who missed it, we talked about earlier, we talked about the Always brand changing their labeling and their symbols to be more inclusive to the LGBTQ community. And we also talked about backshots, doggy style, wakas, causing stroke and how retarded that actually is. So tomorrow I have a new episode dropping. It is the Love Jones edition where I'm answering questions and emails. And that will be up and running tomorrow. I'll make a post about that. Outside of that, I am here in Jamaica continuing my Earth Strong celebration. Again, thank you to everyone who wished me a happy Earth Strong and sent gifts and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate it. And of course, Boss Lady Mel, you know, she facilitated a trip for me to be here in Negril for 4 days, and I love her, love her, love her, love her, gone to bed for that. And just everyone who follows and listens and supports the podcast, I appreciate you. Please follow the Pum Pum Chronicles, which is my podcast page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is also the Pum Pum Chronicles podcast. I am streaming live episodes on Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify as well, sorry. If you want to email me, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, you can email me at thepumpumpumchronicles@gmail.com. But I will be back next week, strong and ready for Uno, with another episode of the Pum Pum Chronicles next week, Wednesday. Sorry, Wet Wednesdays, and we'll have different topics for you. Vikram's backside, yeah. O'Neill Metter, thank you very much for the Earth Strong blessings. Appreciate it. If there's anything that you want me to tackle in terms of topics, I usually have a running list of topics that people have sent in. I will add them and then we will tackle them as we go. Dawn, have a good night. Nook186, thank you so much for joining in. Mr. I-95, appreciate you as always. Mr. Right, Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Nick, I seen you earlier. Love you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Have a good night. Mr. Craze Driver, C, big up yourself. Everyone have a great night, and thank you for being here. And I will see you guys next week.